Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. This is going to be a quick one, but just like in every other video, I bring you guys along with everything that I'm doing. So if you hadn't been following along the past week or two, I have booked a trip hunting in South Africa. I'm taking 2 bang bangs with me. The first one, I already released a video showing you the 30-06. It's a Savage Impulse straight pull action. And the first ammo I tried, and it did awesome. 30-06 is one of the ones we're taking. I'm also taking this right here in a 6.5 Creedmoor. So what this is right here, this is the brand new generation of the Savage Axis. This particular one right here is a Savage Axis 2 Pro. So if you're familiar with the Savage Axis, Axis 2 gets you the AccuTrigger. This is brand new from Savage, the Axis 2 Pro. Has a couple extra features like a heavier barrel, a threaded barrel. Yes, a threaded barrel on a Savage Axis. Also comes with a full one-piece rail. All of them come with this shape stock. It's got more of a vertical grip there. And yeah, new generation of Savage Axis. This is my secondary rig that I'm taking to Africa hunting with. I've got a Burris Veracity PH 2 to 12. It's actually 2.5 to 12 on here. I'm going to show you a little bit about this here in a second. But the first stuff I took out testing it with was the Remington Cut ammo. It's 120 grain copper tipped. And I got a couple groups at 100 yards under an inch, but then I also got a couple groups almost 1.5 inches at 100 yards. Wasn't giving me confidence. So I said in that video where I had you guys with me at the range, I'm going to test some more ammo, do my due diligence. I want to have extreme confidence getting on a couple planes and going to the other side of the world. I want to have absolute extreme confidence matching the ammo with the rig that we're hunting with before we get on the planes. And that's what I did. I've been at the range with this 3 days this week, just shoring up and making sure I'm laser confident in this rig. And guess what? I am. So today I was at the range. I went to a public range where I could get 200 yards. I didn't take the cameras with me. One, I didn't want to be distracted. Two, it's kind of a pain to film at public ranges. Yeah, but I wanted to make sure I didn't have any distractions getting this thing absolutely dialed. So check out, here's what I got. So that Savage Axis, hey, it didn't like the 120 grain copper, so I stepped up the weight. These are 129 grainers. So if you have a Savage Axis in 6.5 Creedmoor, comment down below what yours likes. This one likes heavier projectiles. So it didn't like the 120s as much as these 129s. So check it out. This is also the proof for my PH in Africa. And when I put this thing on the plane, we were laser dialed with it. 100 yards. Boom. Bazinga. This is my last trial today. I put quite a few boxes through this thing. This is my last trial before I put it in the box and secured it. Everything's torqued perfect. This is my last test. So it's proof that we got a good matching for it. 100 yards, boom, bullseye. Then there's a chance in Africa we might be at 50 yards. So just to verify it, 50 yards, slightly low, which is what it should be. Slightly low at 50 yards. And then at 200 yards, I sent quite a bit. And forget about that big one for whatever reason. But if you only look at these, whoop, we'll just pretend we didn't even see that. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at 200 yards inside of a 2-inch group. That's probably a 1.6-inch group, maybe, you think? If you open it up to that, it goes to almost a 3-inch group. But like I said, we're going to pretend that one's not there. So super confident in this rig. Like I said, I'm editing this video and I realized I did not explain something completely correctly. So, before I gotta explain this or we're gonna get a million comments. Oh man, you were missing your low. Yes, my average hit on those 200 yarders is a little bit low. But for this scope, which I'm about to show you here in the footage in just a second, it automatically uploaded the assumed speed from these. They have a ballistics table library of all kinds of factory loadings where you can just say, boop, this is the ammo that I'm using, which the Burris app had this stuff in there. But when I first set it up, I used the speed off of the ballistics tables, but I chronographed it and then I actually entered in the actual speed, which was a tad bit slower than the box. So that's why this was just a shade low. I hadn't uploaded the actual muzzle velocity, which now I have updated that and uploaded it to the scope, so we're good to go. I had to put that in there because I didn't realize I didn't fully explain that, but I now have uploaded the proper muzzle velocities out of this Savage with that stuff. But let's continue the video. The new Savage Axis 2 Pro in 6.5 Creedmoor, paired up with the right stuff, and it does extremely good. I've got extreme confidence in this rig. If you missed the last video, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of this optic, just because I think it's super cool. Let me move it over here. So, I'm going to turn this optic on and show you a little bit about it. Somebody said, turn the optic on. Yeah. So again, this is a Burris Veracity PH 2.5 to 12. So check it out over here. We've got parallax, and then we have this. I'm going to turn it to heads up display and check out what we got in here. 100 yards. So here's what happens. I've got it zeroed, the turret zeroed. When I turn this, I have the heads up display set to distance. So what we're going to do while we're hunting, my camera will focus here, we're going to yard the animal, and then we're going to, hey, bazinga. But check this out. Turn it back to 0. It should have gone back to 100. All the way down is at 100. And then the bottom has a level on it too. So it's telling you that I have it canted some. But as I turn the top turret, it's going to automatically show what yardage I have this optic dialed for. Pretty neat, huh? So I have it set, instead of showing me MOA or mils, it's showing me the yardage that I have turned this to. So the turret is in MOA, so we could use it as MOA dial if we want to, or the battery dies or whatever, but I have that ammo uploaded in here from the Burris Connect app, so it knows the dials and we can dial it for the exact range. How cool is that? Pretty slick. And this is I only got the the target 2 yards in front of me, you know, but this has got 12 zoomies. But there you have it, guys. New Savage Axis 2 Pro, and I've got it paired up with some stuff that it likes. Like I said, I'm extremely confident in this rig now after doing a bunch of testing this week. Also, this is documentation for my PH that, hey, this guy knows what he's doing and he can get this rig to group even at 200 yards. I don't expect us to do any long distance stuff in Africa, but we'll see what happens. Comment down below what your 6.5 Creedmoor likes and your experience with 6.5 Creedmoor. I've had stuff all over the board. I've had a Weatherby in 6.5 Creedmoor that liked real light stuff, like 90 something grain. I've had others like these 129s, and then I've had others like heaviers, 140s, 143s, 142s, that type of stuff. So you always got to test, and if you get one that doesn't necessarily like, you know what, the next one you try might do great. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed, got that bell rung so you don't miss any of the videos. I booked this hunt in South Africa through Big Game Hunting Adventures. Super cool folks, helped me every step of the way. If you have the slightest interest in going hunting in South Africa, definitely check out the link down below. Check out Big Game Hunting Adventures, see everything you have to offer. It's super easy process. Like I said, if I could do it, you can do it. And another thing about them, it's like all-inclusive type deal. You know, you go to all-inclusive vacation or resort or whatever, you don't have to pay for anything except the bill. That's kind of how they do their stuff, so no hidden fees, which helps me from having anxiety too. Everything's all cool, it's all covered. Don't have to worry about it. But definitely check out Big Game Hunting Adventures. I'll have a link down below. Make sure you're following along with me also, because we're going to have some awesome footage coming from this hunt, even with this baby right here. I'm not going to ramble on any longer, but I'm just super excited, and I'll bring you guys along with everything that's happening with me. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for a whole lot more. Hooty-hoo!